Hello and welcome to the November 30th episode of This Week in Kirkland, the official podcast of the City of Kirkland, bringing you timely topics and noteworthy news delivered to you every week. I'm your host, Jim Lopez, one of two deputy city managers here at the city, joined today by two members of our podcast team.
Hello, I'm Sue Romero.
Hi, I'm Chris Peterson.
And here, my friends, are the stories we're covering this week.
We're going to explain the Make the Switch campaign to electric. I'll give you more info on that.
Are we going electric?
Yes, we are with this campaign. Also, firefighter recruitment workshop focusing on diversity. That's a good thing. And some testing dates to apply to become a police officer.
Great.
Yes, our next city council meeting is coming up on December 12th, and we have a new tree code FAQ. Everything you need to know about trees in the city of Kirkland. And you can also apply to be on the supervisory board of the King Conservation District.
You can also find out the latest on the I-405 85th Street interchange project. We have local events coming up, but first, our big story of the week is celebrate the magic of the season in Kirkland. And here are some fun winter things that are happening.
So many things.
Starting with support small Kirkland businesses. Our shop local season. It's the holiday season. Mm-hmm. So from unique treasures to artisan treats, local shops have something for everyone on your list.
Yep, and when you shop local, you give back to the community. So that's a great thing.
You can always get your family in the holiday spirit at the Snowflake Ball, and that's coming up on
fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's coming up on Friday, December 8th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., and that's at the North Kirkland Community Center. And it's for kids 3 to 9 and their parents or guardians.
They're going to feel like they're staying up late because at 6:30,
It's a big
it'll feel like
a night
midnight.
out. It's a big,
For them.
It's a big night out for
the
the little
littles.
one.
They'll be like, I'm out. You can also bring joy to kids by supporting Kirkland Fire Department's annual toy drive. This benefits Toys for Tots, and there's two ways to donate. They're looking for new unwrapped toys. So the first way is on December 2nd and 3rd between 10 a.m. and 4 near Kirkland Costco. Everyone knows where that is because you can never find a place to park. Kirkland firefighters, Marines, and volunteers will be collecting the new unwrapped toys. Or you can drop off toys at any Kirkland fire station between 9 to 5, Monday to Friday through December 15th. Do you guys know how many fire stations we have?
I do not.
What? 6, everybody.
So there's plenty of spots to drop off toys. Mm-hmm. You can also give back to the community by volunteering with the Green Kirkland Partnership. Now, the Green Kirkland Partnership helps plant native trees and restores local forests. No experience necessary, my friends. Lots of dates in December. So just check out the website, and we'll put more information in the show notes below.
Yeah, we might have a white Christmas, but we always have a green Kirkland.
Good one. Good one.
The City Council is on a break. Their next regular meeting is on Tuesday, December 12th, so look for that. And if you want some free money to electrify your home, I think Sue was alluding to this, it's possible with the Make the Switch campaign from Energy Smart Eastside.
So the whole campaign is that qualifying homeowners can get incentives to install all-electric heat pumps to heat and cool their homes. And these community members can save up to $6,400.
Wow, that's real money.
That's $6,400 by switching to a heat pump through this Make the Switch campaign. So why wouldn't you do it? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just
absolutely.
saying.
Absolutely. We actually, at my house, switched to a heat pump from oil. And the interesting thing is our house smells a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
And it's warm.
More
And it's
efficient.
warm, exactly, yeah.
So if you're interested in becoming a firefighter but don't know where to start, we're here for you. Mm-hmm. Join the Kirkland firefighters and other agencies at the next Firefighter Diversity and Recruitment Workshop.
This event welcomes underrepresented individuals. That means members of the BIPOC community, women, LGBTQIA plus community, and those with no experience in the fire service.
Yeah, you get to go to the workshop. You can meet firefighters, ask them what their actual work days are like. And this is happening Saturday, December 16th from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. in Shoreline. When you register by December 10th, you'll get the exact location.
Or, my friends, maybe you're interested in becoming a police officer. So you can join the Kirkland Police Department.
Yes.
And the first step is to take a law enforcement test.
Yeah, it's kind of a backwards thing. Like if you're like, oh, I want to be a police officer, I'll apply to the police department. No, first you got to take this public safety test.
Yes.
So KPD's test administrator, which is called public safety testing. They're holding some test dates in locations that they don't visit that often. So this is a really good opportunity if you ever were interested in law enforcement. Take advantage of these opportunities. So Sunday, December 3rd, they're doing the testing date in Puyallup. Saturday, December 9th in Vancouver, Washington, and Saturday, December 16th in Seattle,
It's
Washington.
really great that they're reaching out, diversifying the areas,
Yeah.
getting a lot more opportunity for folks. Wonderful. Good on them. So if you have questions about the tree code, the city's tree code, we have new FAQs. Can you trim a tree without a permit, you may ask? Or remove a tree on your street?
Can you chop down that big tree
Can
in
you
front of your
chop that?
house?
These are questions
I
we
don't
get
think
all
so.
the time. Trust me. So you can find answers to this and to these questions and more in our handy new FAQ flyer. Or you can ask experts in person by stopping by the Development Service counter at City Hall right in the front on the north side of City Hall, Monday through Friday. And if you love nature and conservation, we have something you might be interested in as well.
The King Conservation District, KCD, which promotes sustainable use of natural resources, is holding elections for its Board of Supervisors. And the board oversees operations and policy for the district. For more info on how to file to be a candidate, check out KCD's website.
Yeah, great stuff. Now, you may be wondering what's happening at the 405 85th Street interchange.
Right. Every time I exit, I'm like, oh, there's a big backhoe, like digging a hole. What's happening?
Well, we're here for you. You can find out the latest on this big project at the next quarterly update meeting via Zoom on Wednesday, December 6th from noon to 1:30 p.m. All the key players will be there. The State Department of Transportation, Graham Construction, Sound Transit, and City of Kirkland staff, so you can register online. And this is just a really great example. Stay in touch with the This Week in Kirkland newsletter or the podcast, because people ask about these things. It's a big event going on big project going on in our community. So this is a great way to keep abreast of what's happening in the city.
Right. You can learn stuff and also ask questions. That's the important part, too.
So we have some upcoming events. We have the outdoor speaker series, Discover the Eastside's Best Kept Secret, Eastrail, Wednesday, December 6th from 6 to 8 p.m. at City Hall, the Peter Kirk Room. And you can register online for that.
And there's some community bonfires coming up. And Saturday, December 9th, fire. Saturday, December 9th from 5:10 to 5:30 p.m. at Marina Park. You can also go on Saturday, December 16th from 2:35 to 2:55 p.m. Juanita Beach Park. Monday, December 18th from 5:35 to 5:55 p.m. At Denny Park. And the bonfires accompany Argosy Cruises' Christmas ship.
Oh, my God. This is so much fun. Are we legit talking about bonfires here?
Yes, we are, sir.
Are they only 20 minutes long? That's really short for a bonfire, 5:10 to 5:30.
All right. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that with our special guest because she's an expert in our community events. And
Okay.
Bonfires just sounds too cool to me.
We also have a sound bath and ethereal sound and wellness. Wow, that sounds so fancy. December 5th, January 9th, and February 6th, so it's a series, at Heritage Hall at 6:30 p.m. Experience deep relaxation and restoration in this series from sound bath
I'm
classes.
intrigued.
I am in.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, my gosh.
Absolutely.
I'm intrigued. I may have to go and just check that out. And we have the Pride Potluck, the third annual LGBTQIA plus event. This is on Saturday, December 16th from 6 to 8 p.m. The location will be given after filling out an online survey.
Sounds great.
And that brings us to our last story of the week, our 5 in 5.
Yay.
5 questions in 5 minutes, approximately. It's tough to keep me in 5 minutes.
I'm going to time you right now.
With our special guest, Maryke Burgess. Welcome.
Hey,
Hi, thanks
good
for having me.
morning.
We're so excited to have you. Now, Maryke, you're a recreational supervisor with Parks and Community Services. What do you do, pray tell?
What is that?
Oh, well, you know what? We do so many things, but, I won't bore you with all the details, but we put on the beautiful Parks and Recreation guide that everyone
Nice.
receives in the mail with all the fun stuff. We also handle all the athletic fields for the leagues. We handle a lot of boat and marina operations. But our fun stuff that the community really sees more outwardly are our community events like
Sure.
Harvest Festival, Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
You get
Sea Spots
thousands of
and
people.
Splash. Oh, yeah, yeah. And, there is one event, though, that just trumps all of that, and
Yeah.
that is Celebrate Kirkland.
Oh, 4th of July.
Yep.
Actually, let me clarify something. Jim, you are one of our MC hosts for
Yes.
that event. And if I'm being honest, it's actually the Jim Lopez show at the pop-up tent in front of Eastside Trains. And then if you want to attend the parade afterward, you certainly can.
Right. There's also a
Yeah.
parade.
That's right.
Yes, also. You're right,
This is the
Sue.
day where I come to work for you.
Absolutely.
And I just do what Penny Sweet asked me to do. Penny and the team at Celebrate Kirkland put on this event for over 20 years before the city took it over. So bravo to Penny and the Celebrate Kirkland team.
Yeah, next
And
year's going to
you
be
run
our-
it now, right?
We do. Our office runs it now. Next year's going to be the 25th anniversary
Wow.
of the parade.
Wow.
And honestly, for our listeners, if you really want to have that extra experience, I really encourage you to, bring your chairs and get yourself situated
Yeah.
on Central and 3rd
So
so
if-
they can see you.
So if Parks is the Department of Fun, I mean, let's just call it.
They are.
It is.
You're kind of like in the center of the FUN.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of a good way of thinking of what you do for the city.
Yes.
Now, you're here to talk about Light Up Kirkland, but before we get through that wonderful event, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
So how did you come to Kirkland?
Well, I grew up nearby. I grew up in Woodinville. But for the last 15 years, I've been the supervisor of FUN, the cities of Marysville and Everett. I did a lot of good things there. It was fun. Then the opportunity to come to Kirkland came about, and I just really wanted to come here and be a part of it. There's just so many amazing things happening. The way the city operates, the opportunities,
Oh, yeah.
that we get to, do for the community, and also just to work here is awesome.
Well, that's wonderful. Forgive me for asking, but growing up in Woodinville, did you ever go up in a hot air balloon?
No, I didn't, but one almost landed in my backyard. We were talking to the pilot.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Was it like, what was the reason?
I don't know. They were just flying really low.
They just decided to check out
Eventually
your backyard.
Windy day.
got some steam and came back up, but yeah.
So what's a favorite thing for you about Kirkland? What's one of your favorite things about the city?
Well, you know what? It's exciting for me. I love all the public art. I love all the sculptures. You can go almost anywhere in Kirkland and see something. You've got obviously the cow and coyote, but
Yeah.
then you've got other ones up and down the sidewalks in front of the parks. I love that.
We are an art-loving community.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's for one of the first things I think people notice when they come to Kirkland.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful part of our city. So you're here to talk about Light Up Kirkland.
Yes.
Tell us about Light Up Kirkland.
Yeah.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh,
Does it
my
have
gosh.
a bonfire?
Yes, it does have a bonfire. Yes.
What else?
So Light Up Kirkland is happening on December 9th at Marina Park. And it's a wonderful event. You can enjoy, downtown Kirkland, have some dinner with your family either before or
Nice.
after. But from 4 to 7, come on down to Marina Park. We've got a lot of things happening.
So what's happening? Tell us the entertainment.
All right. Well, the entertainment, we've got about 6 local groups coming to
Wow.
perform at the Alloc Pavilion. We've got the Lakewood Elementary. We've got the Juanita High School choral group, the band.
Choirs. They're going to sing.
They're going to sing. We've got the orchestra. Thoreau Elementary's Frog Choir is going to
Really?
perform. I think that's our mascot. And then we have the Kirkland Performing Arts Center. But, Sue, don't tell Jim, but I've got a 7th performance. I'm going to ask you, Jim, to do your best rendition of Bing Crosby.
Well, could I sneak on the stage?
Absolutely.
Could you help me
but
sneak on?
yeah,
I
but,
have a feeling they'll escort me off
well,
because they know what they're
so
doing.
just unplug the mic in the back, please.
I have a feeling you won't sneak either. You'll be like, I'm Jim Lopez.
I'll
I'm here.
negotiate.
Yeah.
I'll negotiate.
Dance
You're welcome
right
to
off the
come.
stage.
So this sounds absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
So-
but that's just not the half of it.
Oh, it's not the half.
there's
What
more.
else?
Yeah.
What are we lighting up?
Oh my God! So we have we've got luminary pathways. We have vendors.
Oh, goodness.
The best part, one of the best parts, is Cocoa with the Council.
Oh, yes, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
People
Mayor
love
Penny
that.
Sweet and other the council members will be there to hand out over 2,000 cookies and cocoa.
That's what I'm
to
talking
to
about.
folks.
Yeah.
Yep, and you can totally just enjoy talking with the council and the mayor and saying hello and getting into the spirit of the season. And also, there's a giant bonfire on the
Yes.
beach. and have your cocoa, enjoy that. And
You had me at the choir, but now you're
yeah.
throwing the bumper.
Yeah.
And the cocoa with the council is so much fun. We had a huge event, City Hall for All. I think we had like over 3,000 people.
yeah.
That's huge.
Lemonade with the council was the biggest thing. Like, it was packed the whole day.
Absolutely.
It
We
was-
try to keep our council very busy.
They're very engaging too. Ask
Yeah.
them questions. They just love it. They love it.
Yeah. The community loves talking with the
They
council.
love it. So please.
Also, Argosy Cruise
Oh.
Ship will be coming as close to the shore as possible, and they will also have singers on the boat serenading us with
Oh, my goodness.
some great music in front of the bonfire. And last but not least, while supplies last, we're giving take-home craft kits for kids.
Oh, my
So you're if you bring your kids, just plop them down on the dining room table when you get home and have them do their crafts.
through their
the
crafts.
parents
You've
can
got
go
a-
turn on a Hallmark movie or something afterward.
You've got it all covered.
Yeah, we try to think of everything.
Yep.
So this is Light Up Kirkland on Saturday, December 9th from 4 to 7 p.m. Right,
Yep.
at Marina Park. It's an amazing event, not to be missed. Thank you, Maryke.
You're welcome.
But before you go, we have one last question.
What is a favorite movie, show, or book of yours?
Okay. Well, I've recently read a book called Educated
Yes,
by
I've heard of that.
author Tara West.
Sounds very smart.
Hallmark's not going to be knocking down their doors with the movie rights for this one because it was a little intense. But without going into too much detail to spoil it, it's basically about a young girl who lives in a very isolated part of the United States. And she doesn't have a lot of opportunity. And just her journey of learning that she actually has desires and wants for her life and all the struggles that she's gone through to get where she is. And ultimately, she becomes a professor at
Wow.
Cambridge University.
Great.
It was a great book.
Inspiration.
Yeah, very
Inspirational
inspirational.
story.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah,
Now, can you stick around a minute?
you bet.
Because we have a little trivia.
Oh, I love trivia.
Did you know one of these facts shines brightly while the other two choices are burnt out? See how we did all that?
I
Well,
see
that
what you
sounds
did.
intriguing.
Guess the fact that shines brightly from the following. A, the record for the most lights on a residential property is 601,736. B, Thomas Edison's first attempt to create strings of holiday lights resulted in a chain of small explosions.
That sounds possible.
Yeah.
Or C, untangling a box of holiday lights is a super great way to get into the festive spirit.
Well, let me think about this. This is probably not the answer, but the first thing that comes to my mind is it's probable that so many people have to untangle the holiday lights. But it's, how you cope with it after. I might need to imbibe in a nice festive drink or something afterwards.
So we have an amendment. We have an amendment.
Yeah.
an
to the
amended,
amendment
response
C.
there. Yeah.
Well, the answer is A.
Oh,
The record was set in 2014 by a family in LaGrangeville, New York. For those of you who are interested, Thomas Edison successfully covered his laboratory in lights for the holiday season in 1880. And patience, my friend, is a hard-won virtue when untangling holiday lights, but certainly your amendment would help.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maryke, for being on the podcast. Maryke is the Recreation Supervisor, Parks and Community Services. Will you come back?
absolutely.
We'd
Thank you
love
for
to have
having me.
back. Department
you.
of Fun.
Thank you. Don't forget the Snowflake Ball next Friday, December 8th for the littles.
And that does it for this week, my friends. You've been listening to This Week in Kirkland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and
Share.
Special thanks to David Walbrook, Kate Ryan, and Anthony Girardi for their behind-the-scenes magic. Thank you. Our next episode is December 7th. Until then, stay
connected,
connected, Kirkland.